Billboards, shop signs, electrical wires that seem haphazardly hung is a picture many people have of a typical street in Taiwan. Now imagine removing all that clutter. Some landscape architecture students at Chinese Culture University did just that, creating computer simulations that strip away all the eyesores to reveal something peaceful.
In a minimalist revolution that perhaps takes a leaf out of European streetscapes, many small businesses have begun to discover for themselves the beauty of simple signage. Coined subtractive design, the ethos is less is more. And let's take a tour in our Sunday special report.
我们现在在一通街，这附近就有很多那个商办大楼，所以这边其实有很多吃的。
Designers Huang I-chen and Kuan Pei-hsuan are taking us on a stroll along Taipei's Yitong Street to learn more about Taiwan's unique shop signs.
台湾常见的招牌啊，其实就可以看到，就是
The common shop signs that you see in Taiwan are basically combinations of red and yellow. Basically, you pick your font and they'll use it to make your sign.
Both sides of this little street are lined with advertisements in all kinds of eye-catching colors and typefaces.
这一幕就是很典型台湾的街道的样子。
This is a very typical Taiwanese streetscape. You probably think it looks very chaotic. There are so many colors. A single shop might employ 5 different fonts. When put together, it all looks really messy.
那其实我们如果是在一个都市里面，我们认为什么是主角？
What would we think of as being the protagonist of a city? Buildings. So things that play smaller roles, like shop signs, should be on prominent view only if you're right there on the street. By making a secondary character for the lead, you don't apply the rules of layering. That's one of the reasons Taiwan's streets look so chaotic.
We are now in a shopping area in Muzha. It's not easy to spot this cafe on the second floor of a building, but its shop sign is a masterpiece of minimalism, complete with a miniature art piece. It's a curious sight that compels you to look again.
很多人经过觉得很有趣，会觉得说，哎，这里面怎么会有？
Many passersby think that this is so interesting. They wonder, why is there a tiny table with chairs? There is also a kitty and a puppy. Could it be that they have cats and dogs upstairs? Is this a miniature replica of the cafe? After they come up and see what it's like inside, they realize that this small piece of signage has a very ingenious design.
Over the past few years, more and more shops are opting for small, high-quality signage, like this bicycle shop sign in the shape of a bicycle. Cutting out the unnecessary and keeping only the essential, that's the core principle of subtractive design. This photo shows what the bike shop used to look like before its makeover. The entrance was loaded with signs ranging from red banners to LED displays. After its redesign, the only colors to be seen are black and white. Even the building's number plate blends in seamlessly with the shop's aesthetic.
以前的店面就其实就是很一般，然后
Actually, the shop had a very common look back then. It had a lot of products on display. It was very messy. Now the feeling that it gives to customers is that our goal is to provide a service to you. We only want you to see what's relevant.
Clean and spare designs can help drum up business. For pedestrians, it also offers a delight for the eyes.
城市美学代表一个城市的对自我的认同的。
A city's aesthetics reflects the values the city identifies with. From everyday shop signs and street furniture to its streets and cityscape, these things communicate the fundamental way that people relate to their city.
我们的街景有在做改变。
Our streetscape is changing. It's just that the speed of the transformation is a little slow. When we see Europe, we think that it is very beautiful. But actually, European cities have had a very long time to develop. Over time, our cities will also grow into their own distinct styles.
A beautiful city comes about when all its residents do their part. 2.5 years ago, French diplomat Anne Rulliat touched on this matter in a speech. She said that many people find France beautiful, and its beauty was due to the concerted effort of its people.
我们的在城市规划、城市这些规定。
Our urban planning and city regulations are stricter. Usually in cities and even small villages, if you want to repaint your house or change your roof tiles, there are rules on what colors you can use.
For the French, building exteriors are the face of the locality and are carefully regulated. In 2015, some lawmakers tried to promote similar regulations in Taiwan. But in the end, the campaign ground to a halt under pressure from interest groups. Laws on the look and feel of buildings won't be coming soon. In the meantime, individuals are doing their bit to make their cities more beautiful.
我们如果心中有一个
If there's something that calms and soothes our minds, it's tidying up and cleaning, lining things up neatly. That's the first step to beauty.
Landscape architecture students at Chinese Culture University have produced simulations of what busy buildings would look like if all the posters and signs were cleared away. In their simulations, the signs disappear one by one, leaving only bare bones behind. The buildings emerge to once again become the protagonists of the city.
减法设计其实严格上讲起来就 less is more.
Strictly speaking, subtractive design is about less is more. If we want to tidy up the entire cityscape, we need to move away things like electrical cables, power boxes, and even parking spaces. If we removed things from this space, put them somewhere else, and tidied up the space nicely, we wouldn't need to add anything new and the city would look more beautiful.
Taiwan prides itself on its lifestyle of convenience. But convenience can come hand in hand with clutter and mess, leaving city landscapes to pay the price. As the minimalist revolution takes root and grows, individuals are reversing the tide of street clutter, one sign at a time.